Operating systems is a low-level software that supports a computer's basic functions such as scheduling a task from our personal computer to supercomputers like the ones used by Google or Microsoft. An operating system starts off as lines of codes that are also known as command line interface or CLI. It is then beautified by another team of developers to graphical user interface, GUI. Windows and Ubuntu had been around for quite long, but Windows being here since 1985 and officially launched their first operating software at the year 1987. On the other hand, Ubuntu only started at the year 2004. Windows was founded by Bill Gates and he is still the current CEO of the company. Ubuntu on the other hand was founded by Mark Shuttleworth and funded by his company Canonical, which is another technology company. There was also a group of Debian developers who helped him as well. As of 2019, Windows has over 85% of the market share as compared to Ubuntu, which only has 2% plus minus 1. Why then is Ubuntu not frequently used? Ubuntu is a little special. Here's why. What makes the operating system stands out is the community. Ubuntu bases its operation with their community of developers who are in it. These developers help solve errors and further better the operating system by uploading their own unique patches for specific problems. On the other hand, Windows still relies on their own customer support helpline. They do have a community, but it isn't as alive as Ubuntu's one. Ubuntu also has a feature that is what I would call underrated. Individual software restart. Here's an example. Let's say that you have an NVIDIA driver which requires update. After the update, Windows usually requires the user to restart their computer to fully install the driver. On the other hand, Ubuntu allows the user to restart the software alone without the need to restart the whole computer to complete the update. Windows also has some tricks up their sleeve. One of it being the availability of Windows Hello. Windows Hello relies on retinal scanning as a password as compared to traditional passwords or pins that aren't as safe as compared to our human eyes. Another feature that is special would be Cortana, a voice assistant that is built into Windows 10. A voice assistant can help users with things like opening certain software or even do some task like setting a timer. Here's a mini comparison of both the operating systems that separate them from each other. Ubuntu has 3 versions named Ubuntu Desktop, Ubuntu Server, Ubuntu Core. Windows on the other hand has 10 versions. Windows 10 Home, Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Pro for workstations, Windows 10 Pro Education, Windows 10 Enterprise, Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC, Windows 10 Education, Windows 10 IoT Core, Windows 10 IoT Enterprise, Windows 10 S. Both Ubuntu and Windows provide a version that is used for IoT that are used in robotics and smart sensors or things along that line. Ubuntu 1 is named Ubuntu Core and Windows has 2 versions, one named Core and one named Enterprise. Ubuntu as compared to Windows also has a higher level of security, making Ubuntu less vulnerable to viruses like ransomware or data collection without the user's acknowledgement. One of the features used by Ubuntu is called buffer overflow protection. This prevents many things from buffering so that it can be controlled and monitored by the user. This hardens the security, making it more trustable. Windows on the other hand does have firewall in it, but it isn't the safest and most people will get third-party softwares to protect their computer and their own information. Besides that, Ubuntu is also free as compared to the hefty price tag of a Windows 10 license of $199 which is around 400 to 500 ringgit in Malaysia. Comparisons aside, Windows and Ubuntu also has some features that others don't. Vice versa. One of their biggest competitors being Mac OS, Apple's personal operating system that has been available since 2001 and has recently gotten better. One of the more important ones being updates. Windows has monthly updates for their user and Ubuntu relies on their community and an official update will be released every 6 months. Mac OS on the other hand has slower updates but they do provide patches from time to time. Not that often as compared to Ubuntu or Windows. One of the cons of using Windows is whenever there is a major update like from Windows 7 to Windows 10. Users must pay for that update, costing them money. On the other hand, Ubuntu and Mac OS provides free updates to their users regardless if it's a major update or not. Ubuntu and Windows 10 have customization. Ubuntu has a wider variety of icons and personalization for users to pick and choose from. Windows does have but it is limited unless the user decides to install third-party softwares. Lastly, one of the downsides of Ubuntu is lack of applications. As of the date of making this video, Ubuntu is expanding but their library of applications is still lacking behind, making installing certain things harder as compared to Windows or Mac OS. As a conclusion, both Ubuntu and Windows are operating system with the same goal. It's the user's experience that is usually attracts the customers and users. Is there anything we left out? If so, feel free to ask us.